Welcome to Royally Unhinged, the podcast where we talk all things marketing, networking, and a little bit of wizardry. It's all the things that you needed to know and some of the things that you probably didn't know that you needed to know. I am one of your co-hosts, Tara B, with
Princess Paula,
and we are Royally Unhinged. So,
I'm super excited about episode 6.
This is going to be so, we both got our things. We have our things. So here's what today's episode is actually going to be on. We decided it might be a little bit of fun sort of thing to go through, and this is what we will call the Ick episode.
The Ick.
The Ick. It will be
Episode Ick.
Episode Ick. This will be episode 6, the Ick.
The Ick.
Sick.
Ick. All that.
So
do explain, Tara. What does this mean?
So we are just going to go through. We have our lists of what our top icks are. We both have a number of them. So we'll see how many that we can get through. But it could be any ick about just general stuff, about marketing, about Harry Potter, about...
Okay, to clarify, way back in the day, I'm a wee bit older than Tara. And back in the day, I'm also Canadian. Because in our yearbooks, when we graduated from high school and we had our little graduation photos.
Yeah.
And there was a blurb, only when you graduate. So I guess just seniors for you Americans. And there was always a little blurb. And in our blurbs, you always had listed your pet peeves. I don't know if you do this in American yearbooks, but it'd be like, what are you best known for? What are you like going to be when you grow up? Your pet peeves.
Those,
and it was like a little blurb beside every
some
senior.
Of those.
And so it was known as our pet peeves. And you always had like your pet, like the things that drive you crazy. Like these are things that are just like, they're ick. Like they're gross, they're annoying, they're nasty. Nasty. Word of the day.
Word of the day.
Podcast word of the day. Nasty. So these are some of our pet peeves.
Pet peeves.
Paula's pet peeves.
Princess Paula's pet peeves. And Tara B's
ick.
I was trying to think of something that was catchy, but nothing matched up with that.
Tara B's knees. I don't know.
The bee's knees of not the bees. Whatever. Okay. We're going to get started. So I am going to start with my first one.
Love it.
And we might have a discussion after each one of these.
Wouldn't it be fun? Hold on. Backstory.
If they're all the same.
We each made a private list, and you, if you're listening right now, you can't see it, so it kind of loses it. You know, we've got our little clippity clipboards, our little notepads, and we made our own lists independent of each other. So it's going to be fun to see if any of these match up.
Yeah, we have no idea what the other ones is, so this will be fun. But here's my first one.
Here we go.
So it is emails that are being sent to me with my name spelt wrong.
I'm laughing because I've been called Paul, and I'm like, you can't even get my gender right.
But here's something really funny, and I'm going to tell you guys. The amount of times that Paula has spelt my name wrong in emails.
No!
Not even
Okay, hold on. That could be Siri's fault. That could be Siri's.
See, this
I feel so bad.
This episode's going to be really fun.
Oh, the monster drink is kicking in. Today's episode is sponsored by Time Change and Monster Energy drinks. And paint fumes.
Oh, yeah, this is right after daylight savings. That's probably why we're all loopy.
Yeah.
Besides the paint fumes.
Have I really? I am so sorry.
No,
How do I spell it? Am I leaving the H off?
Most
Am
people
I leaving
leave the H off.
The H?
The H.
Why the H?
I didn't make my name.
Tara?
Okay, little backstory with that. The amount of times
I feel so
that
bad.
people, especially because it's Tara, so people just think it's normally spelled like Sarah. And normally Sarah is spelled without an H. It's S-A-R-A.
No, it's with an H.
It goes both ways. So the majority of the time, I always get T-A-R-A, which I'm not like, it's whatever. I think that's normally how you spell it.
What?
I think you normally spell it T-A-R-A.
Well, because I grew up with a friend named Tara. But
So-
that's just me being rude.
But I've even gotten called, and this isn't even, well, it's sometimes in emails, but T-E-R-A.
Ooh, I kind of like that. But that's like the Earth, Terra.
Yeah, that's like the Earth. But then I've even gotten to raw, like Terah, which I don't, is that a name? Like,
Okay, I think if people start spelling your name wrong, that when you respond, you should spell their name wrong in response.
well, and here's the really funny thing, because like in previous emails, it's spelt correctly, and then randomly I'll get an email where it's just totally backwards.
I can't believe I do that.
I don't think you do it anymore. I think it was like when we first, like our Nexus. Secondary
Nexus.
word of the day. Nexus. That's just going to be a word for every episode.
Forever.
Forever. But
That's a good one.
that's my first ick.
All right. Okay, my first one, is, which is, this is an oldie. It's an oldie but a goodie, because it just happened again yesterday. When people reach out to me, specifically on LinkedIn, and they drop into my DMs, they slide into my DMs, to sell me on what I do for a living.
Yeah.
It
That's
just
an ick.
drives me. I just want to reach through the internet and slap them.
Yeah.
Because literally, it's like you are just spamming. You're doing some kind of weird search, a keyword search on LinkedIn, and anybody's profile that comes up.
It's annoying.
Like it just.
I don't think I've ever gotten them specifically for doing marketing, but it's more I get it. Well, this is just kind of another.
Oh, I got one about podcasting, about being on a podcast. That was it last week. Do you want to be put on a... I'm like, if you just took 5 minutes to look,
She just gave me like the little puppy dog face right now.
It's
like,
just
why?
You know what? Just
Why?
connect with people. Take 5 seconds to actually connect with people.
Yeah, it's the spammy stuff that always...
It's probably why I love working now for Fish. If you want, you can hire me to come and speak to you and your team about Fish philosophies. Because one of them is be present. Be present with people. Spell their name right.
Present. Spell their name right, and don't slide into their DMs doing exactly what they do.
That's the first one. Check.
Okay, this one is kind of an ode to somebody in my family. I'm not going to name names. But specifically eating Schneider's pretzels. Like the bites.
Okay.
Not like the actual pretzel, but like the flavored bites, like the ranch ones or the honey mustard ones or whatever. They are so crunchy and they are so loud.
Do you have a problem with loud eaters?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm never going to be able to hang around with you anymore because I'm going to be so self-conscious of things.
No,
Like kettle chips are loud.
They are loud. No, not compared to Snyder's. Snyder's are like...
We're doing some brand placement here. We might have to do a test, like some ASMR test in the next episode.
It's so bad, but any time that they are eaten in this household, I have to be very far away from that.
Are we talking about your husband? Not to name names, because I'm guessing your 2-year-old isn't crunching away.
But here's the thing: we don't get them that often, but when we do, I have to make sure that I'm not near because it just bothers me so much.
Okay,
it's
if we're
so
going
loud.
down this line, no, wait, well, yeah. My husband hates vegetables, and every once in a while he'll force himself to eat one because it's like a good thing to do. But
it is a good eat your vegetables.
He's like a 5-year-old because when he goes to eat a vegetable, or like a puppy, when you give a puppy something it doesn't like, because when my husband goes to eat a vegetable, he's like, and he I can hear his teeth clinking because he's trying so hard not to eat it, and I'll look at him, I'm like, stop chewing so loud. Otherwise, I normally don't have a problem. I'm not going to call you out if we go for lunch.
See, I normally don't have a problem. It's just specifically Snyder's.
Wow. So when you see the bag come out, you run?
Yeah. But again, we don't get them. We only get them for Christmas. And that's it.
Interesting.
So we don't have them that often.
Guess what I'm bringing over next time I come to the studio?
You're kicked out.
That's a good one. Wow. Okay. Ready for one of mine?
Yes.
I cannot stand when people leave their gum on the bottom of desks or the corner of things, or they leave gum on things.
Gross.
It grosses me out to high heavens.
Yeah. That's disgusting.
Even worse is in the Elf movie when he goes and picks gum off of... Oh my gosh! I just can't even. It's so gross. Or people that share gum.
Yeah, that's gross too.
I can't.
It's so much spit.
Just like if you're done with your gum, just throw it out. Don't go stick it on something.
Well, especially because it's not good for birds because they can kill them.
Really?
Yeah, they can't digest it.
Okay.
Well, people can't digest it either.
Birds. Okay, so I need to make a list here. Schneider's
Birds.
Schneider's pretzels for Christmas. Okay. Any flavor.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I think I'm gonna do this one just because I think it's pretty widely known one. That I feel like a lot of us already have, but I'm just calling it out. So socks and sandals.
Oh my God. Yes.
But here's the thing.
No offense to you if that's what you do.
I don't think I'm against socks and Crocs. It's just socks and sandals.
How about socks and Birkenstocks?
Well, yes, I do, Sam. I am. I do like green eggs and ham. I don't know. See, those are
See,
like
that I don't
sandals.
mind. Oh,
Those.
okay.
I
When
see
we're
as
talking sandals, are we talking like the strappy, like the Velcro sandals, like, that you put on that have the Velcro? What are those?
Jeans.
Like when you're saying sandals, what do you mean? Like slides?
I guess I don't really know.
No. See, it's what people wear where they wear those. They're like the Velcro strap sandals.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not okay. I know which ones you're talking about.
Well, what are you talking about
straps.
Yeah.
The ones that I'm thinking specifically are like Keens. Like that's the hiking boot or hiking shoe, but they're like a sandal. So they're open toed, but they're closed toed at the same time. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. But wearing socks with that, especially like higher socks, because that's just like Birkenstocks, I guess I could get behind.
Yeah. Socks and Birkenstocks.
Crocs.
And socks. Crocs and socks.
See, I don't mind the Crocs because I think the majority of people probably wear.
Okay, but Crocs is a whole other thing. I kind of
is.
have it. That's kind of on I'm adding that to my list.
That
Crocs,
you don't like?
Do not like. Are you a Crocs person?
Yeah. Whole fam's got them.
No.
They're so comfy.
I just can't. My husband has them. He loves them. I just can't. There's something.
If I'm like running outside in the back, or if I'm running to go pick up a kid or something, like,
yes.
But if I'm like going to,
they make dress shoes now. They make dress Crocs.
Oh, I know. I've seen
like heels.
The heels, yeah. And boots. They make boots now too.
Boots and Crocs and boots and Crocs. I just can't do it.
It's a song.
Can't do it.
But that's mine. Socks and sandals.
Okay, my next one. My next pet peeve. Princess Paula's pet peeve.
Princess Paula's pet peeve.
I felt that in my soul. Stealing or identity theft.
Yeah.
Identity theft is just like, it just makes me mad. It happened to me again last week.
Did it really?
I'm at home, hanging out on the weekend, sitting on the couch relaxing, and my phone rings. And I love our bank. We bank with a credit union. I'm here for the credit unions. I'm going to be speaking at a credit union conference. I love credit unions. And my phone rings, and my bank has the best, like, security, identity theft, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So I get a call, and they're just like, please confirm the last 6 transactions. And I was like, 6? And it starts going through these transactions that were all made within a 5-minute period.
Wow.
All out of Walmart, somewhere out in the mountains. And so it's like, did you make this? And they were literally all within 5 minutes, like every few seconds to a minute, someone was trying to hit my credit card.
Wow.
At a random Walmart for big amounts of money, little amounts of money, all kinds. And thankfully, thank you, bank. They're not sponsoring us yet, so they don't get a shout out. I'll talk to them. But they were kind of like, did you make any of these transactions? And I was able to say, nope. And they blocked my card right away. But then who has to go make an extra trip to the bank to get a new credit card?
Oh, yeah.
This girl. And that's the problem with theft and stealing, besides the fact that it's theft and stealing.
And it's just wrong.
It's such an inconvenience.
It is.
For the victim. So when somebody steals your stuff and does all that, you have to go... How many things are our credit cards tied to? So now
Almost
you have to go through
now.
Every app and everything you're in and go
Utilities
change out your card.
and everything.
Okay, that's another ick. I'm taking a double turn.
Okay.
I do not like, as much as I love teaching on AI and I love technology, I do not like paying bills online.
No.
I still mail in a check with an envelope with a stamp. I'm such a contradiction because I love AI and technology, yet I won't pay my bills online.
Okay. So I do pay my bills online, and it's convenience, especially for me. But what really irritates me, and I'm just spinning off of what that is, or what you were just saying, is that it can be such an, like, our water utility right now, like, they just changed the system that they're using. Mm-hmm. So my auto payments that have been going out, I now have to reset up another account for it, which is taking more time for me to go and do that. But they don't have, like, the portal set up yet, so I have to send in actual checks before they have the portal. Just stay with the system. Was it broken? No, it was working quite well.
If you paid by check and stamp, you wouldn't have this problem. Now,
whatever.
If you run out of stamps, that is a problem.
That is a
However,
problem.
I buy forever stamps, and I bought like $400 worth of stamps at the beginning of last year. So I had enough forever. Literally, if you get a Christmas stamp in July, that is why, because I bought forever stamps.
I actually think I still had Santa stamps from like 6 years ago that I still use occasionally.
If they're forever, you're good to go.
I know.
I love stamps. I love cards. I love stationery and markers and paper. That is not on my ick. That's on my love. I spit. I just spit all over my iPad. All right, we better move on to you.
My next one is conversations in the bathroom while I am using the bathroom.
Wait. Do you mean talking to a person or when someone's on their phone?
That's actually both.
Oh, that's going on my... Okay, you first. The Monster Energy drink is kicking in. This is dangerous. I should not be drinking these when we record podcasts.
I love it, though. There's so much more energy.
Okay, wait.
Because there's not normally.
You go first. So, like, when two people have?
So, normally, and this happens a couple times a month, maybe, for me, when I'm at, like, a networking thing or whatever. But if I go to the bathroom and then, like, somebody else comes in, like, right after me, so they see that it's me in there. And then, like, I'm going to the bathroom.
So, like, when you're in the stall.
When I'm in the stall, and then they just, like, randomly start saying things.
I know.
And
I don't want to talk when I'm in there.
I don't want to talk.
That's, like, the sacred space.
So, like, I normally just don't say anything or whatever, but then normally they'll start saying stuff, and then it's just, like, one-word responses that I give until I can, like, run out of there.
Okay,
I feel like I have to wait for them if they're still in there, because if they're talking to me, and like I'm done and I'm washing my hands. Okay, but this is
interesting. Hold on. We're gonna stay here for a while. Grab a drink and park yourself, because there's a lot of conversation to unwrap. Because for men, and I only know this because I've asked my husband lots of questions about men bathroom etiquette. Oh, I'm so curious. Because like with guys, if there are urinals, there's the unspoken thing of if there's multiple urinals, you never go side by side. You always have at least one urinal of separation.
Right.
And they don't talk too much at the urinals as a thing. But with gals, you would think that because we're in a room with stalls and walls and privacy, that we'd have more of a tendency to talk. But I agree with you. There's something about, like, when I go to the bathroom, and heaven forbid there's ever any sounds involved, just run for the hills. Like, just run and don't ever look at me again. I will go find a bathroom on a different floor of a building.
I've done it.
Oh, yeah. Like, if someone walks in, I'm like, and I'm done. But it's different. Like, I've literally had this conversation with family members, usually in the evening when it's dark and we can't see each other's face. But this is...
Are you just sitting in the dark, just talking to each other?
Listen to everybody. We sit in the dark eating pretzel. What does this one sound like? Okay, yes. Okay, we'll just stop there. Okay. But my other thing is people who talk on the phone in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So we were on our way home.
This is a good story.
We were on a car trip recently, and I went into a bathroom, and I was the only one in a bathroom, a gas station bathroom. And then someone walks in and goes, "Hi." No, I must have still been in the stall, and I went, "Hello," but they were talking on their phone. They were on the phone and they were talking, and I was like, I just think it's kind of gross. I don't know.
Kind of gross.
Don't talk on the phone when you're on the potty.
I feel like you're
Unless
violating...
you're at home. If you're at home and you're on the phone, whatever. That's different.
Depending on who you're talking to.
True. Like don't I wouldn't be
talking to a client. But like, it's also, I feel like it's really violating the privacy of another person that's in the bathroom, that you're on there like talking to somebody. Like, so if you're in the bathroom,
yeah, somebody
comes in and they're on the phone, and like you're, maybe not you, but you're, whoever is making noises in the bathroom.
Oh,
and
right.
Then, like,
and what if they could hear?
Yeah, that's like huge violation of privacy.
There's just yeah. Okay. And what is okay for some people, like to be on the phone? Okay. Stay with us here. Because I literally had this thought this morning, because still in my bathroom at home, in my home bathrooms, I have little magazine rack holders left over still from the days where you would have magazines in your bathrooms, because when you're in there for extended period activities and you need something to amuse yourself. So for like 25 years of owning a home, I always had magazines, right? Reader's Digest, whatever, like magazines.
The norms.
Well, now everyone takes their phone in the bathroom and that's their entertainment. So I was literally looking at the magazine rack this morning in my bathroom going, it's obsolete. Like nobody is going to read those magazines because everybody comes in with their phone. Gross? Maybe. I don't know. That's a whole other episode.
Just put a TV in there. It's the same thing as a phone.
But everybody already has their phone. So even saying not being on the phone when you're in the bathroom, because if you're at home, you've got your phone on you.
Yeah.
When is it okay or not okay to be on the phone?
That's true.
Definitely for business. No.
But I was going to say something else in reference to just when is it okay to be on the phone, because you and I were talking on the phone one time and I was at the store and I was just going to the checkout. This is another ick.
That's another ick.
This is an additional ick.
Yes.
When and it really bothers me, especially because I used to work in retail way long ago.
Yep. So
when you're going to check out, do not be on your phone. People being on their phone while they're checking out, while
so rude.
The worker is trying to like talk to you. Do you have a whatever kind of card? It's going to be this amount. Do you have a rewards? Do you have...
So rude.
It's so annoying. So I literally, like, I walked up to the cash register. I'm talking to Paul and I'm like, hey, I'm about to check out. I'm going to call you back in 5 minutes. She's like, oh no, I do that too. I hate it. And so then we hung up and I called her back like literally like 2 to 3 minutes later.
Yep.
Just get off the phone, people. It's like...
I see your point and I raise you one. When someone's walking around the store FaceTiming somebody while they're shopping. No. That's different. It's one thing if you're in the store and you're like, oh, I got to FaceTime you really quick to show you something.
But if
versus,
you're just, okay.
Like I've been in the store and I hear people talking and I look and it's just someone walking with like so-and-so on their phone and they're just talking and hanging out and they don't have like earbuds in or anything. It's just like, we're all together. I always want to lean over and be like, hi.
My mother is subject to that.
And the person on the phone will be equally as loud. Like they have it turned way. We have no boundaries anymore for things.
It's just sad.
Drop a comment about what you if you think we're totally off the rails, if you have conversations in the bathroom all the time, if that's your backdrop for no pun intended, if that's like, you let us know. Maybe to you, you're just like, you guys are uptight. Get over it.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I got another one.
Yep.
When men call me sweetie, darling, honey, I still get that. I will still. It was recently I was somewhere and a man, older man, called me sweetie or honey, and it's just like,
I'm not a child.
Nobody, nope, no. Like, when you're down south and you're at a Waffle House. And the waitress, the server is like, hey, honey, sweetie. That's okay. I'm here for that. That's endearing.
I normally, because my sister lives down south, so normally when I talk to her, it normally comes up the ma'ams and the sirs and stuff. So I
but that's
utilize
different.
Those a lot.
That's different than
sweetie,
darling, sweetie,
it feels
honey.
Very demeaning and like that I am not an authoritative figure.
Yeah, especially, I don't know. Tell me if you disagree. If there's a woman calling me that, like I said, if she's my server, hey, honey, hey, darling, That doesn't hit as when I'm in a professional. I've been in a professional setting as my professional self, and a man will use that term, and it feels like it's like trying to put me in.
It's a disrespectful sort of sense. Like they're trying to put you in your place, essentially.
Maybe next time I should go, I don't know, little boy.
You should.
Little man. No, I'll do that. I don't know, little man. Note to self, little man.
In a southern accent.
We better move on from this one. This one could get dangerous real fast.
Okay, my next one. I don't see him around these days, but back in the day, and I'm just remembering like my time in middle school and high school and stuff like that, it was like all the rage, but since like things around that time is coming back into play, but zip off pants into shorts. So like, you know how you have like so the windbreaker pants, and these are normally for
I know exactly what you
I did have a pair.
They're very convenient.
They were baby blue.
Because sometimes in the morning it might be cold out, and then it heats up in the afternoon.
I know.
Poof, shorts.
But there's this one kid that always, and he will never watch this, but I'm not going to name his name, but I'm going to be kind of specific.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. But in band class, this was all he used to wear.
Were you in band?
I was in band.
What'd you play?
Clarinet.
I played the flute. Did you know that
we're the winds family?
We were the woodwind section. Did you know that the fingering on a clarinet is exactly the same as a flute?
Yes, I did.
Look at that! I was going to try and fun fact you, but...
But this kid... it was the windbreaker sort of pants, and it was always the zip off right at the knees. And half the time he didn't have it all the way zipped, so his knee was just...
Some people pull their pants down to show their heart, underwear, underpants, but he wanted his knees.
I had a crush on him for a very long time. And then later on...
It was those knees.
It was.
The bee's knees.
And then later on... We were randomly, years and years later, we were randomly talking about, like, back in band class and stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah, I had a crush on you. He was like, yeah, I had a crush on you, too. And we're like, we never did anything about it. But that's okay, because now I'm happily married with a wonderful family and a loving husband.
Who eats Schneider's pretzels of various seasonings.
Anyways, zip off pants.
All right. Now, speaking of high school, I, too, am going back to high school because... Since the dawn of time.
Time.
Until last year, my biggest pet peeve was ice. I hated ice, and let me tell you why. There is a list. I have always hated ice. Everyone that knew me knew that I hated ice. Don't put ice in my things. Keep the ice away. Number one, you go to a restaurant, and if you put ice in your drink, you lose out on the drink. So if you were like, I would like a Diet Coke, and if they'd fill the whole cup with ice, and you get a little bitty amount of Coke.
They still do that.
And you get all ice. And I was like, it's a ripoff. It is a conspiracy. So I was like, no ice. Second reason, you go to drink your drink full of ice, and you lift up your glass, and wham! All the ice falls down right into your face and hits you right in the face. Happens all the time. And I was like, I am not falling for this trap. I am smarter than the ice. So no ice for me, please. So number one, you get more of the drink. You get your money's worth. Number two, you don't get smacked in the face with ice.
That was number three.
Number three is I have very sensitive teeth. And the ice is so cold. So add to this people who chew ice and crunch ice. You are demons, and I cannot be friends with you.
Well, he also chews on ice.
Oh!
Schneider's
Note to self. So I was always like, we don't want ice. We don't want drinks that cold. It's no ice for me. Like, keep the ice away. Ice is of the devil.
I don't like ice cold water. I like
me neither. I couldn't always. That was like my thing unless
I was like doing sports or something. Then I was like, I wanted
even me.
ice
I
cold.
always wanted room temperature. Always room temperature my entire life until last year. Something happened. Something happened in 2024. Yeah, it's probably hormones, but in 2024. And you know when it started? It started when I started officing at the Woodbury Office Center. Shout out to Office Center. And they had a pebble ice machine. And one day I added a little bit of ice. And I was like, what is this? What is this fairy dust? What is this magic?
What is this?
What is this little small cube, round, ice, beautiful? Oh! Pebble Ice. I discovered Pebble Ice, and then my phone heard me. So suddenly, all over you old TikTok,
So now you have a Pebble Ice maker, don't you?
Friends, every single day. My Pebble Ice machine runs 24/7, all day long. All I do now is drink beverages, pop, water, lemonade, all filled to the rim with ice. The colder, the better. I don't know what happened. Body snatchers came down, took me away, and now whatever was replaced, I went from someone who hated ice my entire life. It was in my high school yearbook that I hate ice. It was going to be engraved on my tombstone. Here lies one who did not like ice. It wasn't nice. Not like sugar and spice.
Yeah.
And now I love ice. So.
There you go.
It wasn't ick. And now it's not.
It's your...
I don't understand. Sorry, that was off the rails.
No, it's always off the rails with us. And that's why you should follow and subscribe to Royally Unhinged, the podcast. Because we talk all things marketing, networking, and wizardry.
And it's a lot of unhinged. All right. We still have time. Unhinged. We have time for one more.
One more?
Each. Oh, I know. TikTok.
I have like 5 more.
Okay, you can get 2 more. Pick your best 2.
Okay. I'm going to do one. This is actually a marketing focused one. Mm-hmm. It's really salesy social media posts that are not authentic. So it's like all of the call to action, like, if you think your drain plumber is plugged up.
Okay, wait, are we talking about a business one or personal? Like when on someone's personal, they try to make it like it's a personal one, but it's really just sales.
It's both. I've seen it both ways. It's just awful. And it's always the call me today or contact us at blah, blah, blah. I don't know. There's a certain way that I think you can do it. And I've been doing it for my clients since 2000. Okay,
pick another one.
Okay. She don't like that one.
What else you got in your old bag of tricks?
Okay, I'm going to do this one because our previous episode, we kind of were talking about it, but thinking that you are the marketing expert, even though you have absolutely no background. Like, you've never been in marketing. You're just Joe Schmo off the street, and you think that you are the tell-all.
Cat's meow.
You are the bee's knees, and it's going to roll into another one, is boasting about yourself on social media constantly. So if you're a marketing expert and you boast about it all the time on social media.
We've had this conversation because there's a few people who will remain nameless who are just like, I'm the best ever, and what I do is okay, because you should be confident. It's that line between being confident and self-assured and being obnoxious.
Humble with it. Like, and it's the people that really go out and they try and be like, I'm amazing. I just like donated all of my time to do all of this stuff and I am the best ever. It's like, be humble in that. It's like giving donations or something and wanting attention because you gave the donation.
It's like, why are you doing it then?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that whole, are you doing it because there's a genuine authenticity to why you're doing it? Or are you doing it because so that you could post about it later and go, look at how wonderful I am. I just donated an organ.
Which normally, like...
And I videoed the entire thing and did a live stream from the operating room.
Oh my gosh. I don't think you can do that. You can't do that. There's type of stuff on that. There has to be.
Yeah.
There's gotta be.
It's where you look at... Yeah. Okay. That's going to be we need to make a note to self. That's going to be of how you post and posting etiquette. Make a note.
Posting etiquette
for the future. Okay. Here's one of mine. Here's something that I cannot stand. A buy one, get one 50% off. It should be buy one, get one free.
Yeah.
But this whole BOGO 50%, I'm like, it always makes me just pause because I'm like, that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. Buy one, get one free. That I'm here for. But the buy one, get one 50% off, I'm just like, that's a lot of math I have to do to figure out if it's a good deal. And it just feels like they're like, buy one, get one, 50% off.
It's a secret that is 50% off. It's normally in the little tiny fine
print. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like, I don't like it. It's an ick.
No, it is an ick. It's a huge ick.
Okay.
I have one more.
Okay.
Well, I have like 5 more. So I'm going to do one more.
Keep going. Well, we're getting through these ones fast, so.
Thinking that what I do is what your mother does in general. So what I do, I build websites. And thinking that your best friend who just dabbles in Wix can also do it.
Yeah, like even with us, that's often the case because there are some things I do, like that you do that I can maybe figure out, but it's not what I do. I will not, you cannot hire me because I know that I can't do what you do.
And
I understand it, but
it's
understanding
it's understanding how to do all of the things on the back end, like website, like I do all the marketing things. Websites, SEO, websites goes hand in hand with SEO in my world. Social media, like I do those things, but websites is where I really like focus on, like that's my thing. So when you tell me like, oh, I can just have my friend's neighbor's dog build this website for me, you're too then go to your friend's neighbor's dog to do it. Like,
'cause you're going to get what you paid for.
You're going to get what you paid for, and it's not going to be what I can give you. It's just, that's going a little bit too far with what I was thinking.
No, but you're right, because everybody's always got a friend who, I know someone who, and it's like, yep, you can go and use them if you want.
And I'm not saying that you can't do, like, I'm just saying, like, you get what you're paying or not paying for, and if they're helping you out just to get you started, like, that's okay. But when you try and compare the level of service that I'm trying to give versus what somebody else is trying to give, even though that's not what they do when they actually like work full time at like US Bank and they just like build, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just like, it just bothers me. I'm like, that's not what I do. That's just not.
This would be a good time for a Snyder's pretzel.
Okay,
I'm going to do one more.
Yeah, do one more.
That's my ick. Well, you can do one more because you have way more than me. But one of my pet peeves, one of my icks, opening credits. I realize now. I think it's because I'm impatient. I think I'm impatient. I don't have time for opening credits, and they bother me.
Yeah.
And especially if you watch older movies from like the 80s, where the opening credit sequence is so long. And my apologies to everybody in the cinematic world and video, because that's when your name is played and you like spent a lot of time creating these, whatever. I ain't got time. Fast forward. That's what fast forward was created for.
Yeah.
Opening credits.
Well, even just like spinning up, well, not spinning, just kind of diving in more to that. When you're like at the movie theater and you have all of the ads that show first, and then you get to the opening credits and all my snacks by then, all of that stuff. Like, I'm done and I'm falling asleep already.
They really should say, if the movie starts at 7, like, it's should be start
7:20.
Yeah, or I'll start all the ads ahead of time. Although that's where they're getting their money from, which we know. But it's just, you're sitting there. I have finished all of my snacks by the time the movie starts. I've eaten that entire tub of popcorn.
Well, and if you have little kids and you're trying to bring them to keep them entertained that whole time until the movie actually starts.
Oh, good point.
It's rough. It's hard.
Do you have any more? Do you want to throw in there
before I have one that's like technological dinosaurs, and I mean that in the sweetest way possible. But I have a client, and they know who they are, so they are not upset by this because they call themselves dinosaurs constantly. Mm-hmm. But they don't know how to do any of the things on there. So it's always, okay, we gotta call Tara, which is totally fine because that's what they pay me for. But even like my parents that have absolutely no idea how to do anything on the technical, and I feel like a lot of us with our older parents,
it depends. Just my in-laws, text on the phone, email, shout out to, they're amazing. My dad cannot use a cell phone, so it really depends.
I think it does depend,
but you are not wrong.
Anytime that anything stops working, like even literally yesterday, my sister was trying to find or figure out how to hop back on the electronic photo frame so she could upload pictures of her kids on at my parents' house. So she was trying to figure out how to get back on it. So she texted me. I'm not at my parents' house. She texted me to try and figure out how to get back on. And I was like, no, Mom has to invite you. So then she had to contact my mom. And Mom was like, how do I do that? So my mom's texting me being like, how do I invite her back on to be on? I'm like, I'm not there. I don't know what you're doing.
And my care level is at a big 0 right now.
Like, it's just, I bless your hearts, but only have capacity for so much.
But you know what we do have capacity for? You, our watchers and listeners and subscribers and our friends. So if any of the things that we mentioned today are also on your pet peeve list or they make you go, ick,
Icky.
drop a comment, let us know. Or we know that you have ones that we didn't even think of, but they might also be ours. So also let us know. Text us, shoot us an email. Let us know what your ick
Drop it in
things
the comments. You can comment on YouTube, Spotify. I think
maybe we'll have a second episode. We'll have like a sequel to this one. If
we should do one like once a quarter or something.
Yeah, so you guys let us know what your icks are. Maybe when we go to one of the expos and we have a booth, well, our question can be is, what is your ick?
Speaking of which, Paula did mention earlier, we will be at the Woodbury Expo April 5th from 10 to 3 at Woodbury High School. We will both also a lot sooner than probably this episode's even going to be coming out, so maybe I won't even name it. But the 21st, we're going to be at Dakota County Chamber.
Yep, and then we'll be at the New Richmond, Wisconsin, or the New Richmond Chamber Women's Expo at the end of April.
Yep.
So you can come and catch us live and in person there and come and tell us what your ick is. Tell us what your pet peeves are so we can start a list.
I got an ick. This is what it is. And then we'll just have a running list. Maybe we'll just pop it in one of these frames.
Yes. Courtesy of nothing. All right. So with that, we are so off the rails. We're going to go and try and find the track to get back on it. So until next time for episode 7, I'm Princess Paula.
I am Tara B.
And the two of us are Royally Unhinged. Come back, y'all.